sixth ring. If he can do 6 more, this is a True Value Open. He will not get $100,000, but because it's a True Value, they have doubled it to $200,000.
Wow. No stranger to big strings of strike. Bryan Goebel in Japan 2 years ago bowled 299 on TV. So he's been to that 11 in a row zone in a championship round. Right now he's got the front 6.
Has come to the game.
Don't count Norm Duke out.
I'm just sorry he had a spare in the second frame. Nothing like a double whammy.
Well, the man that set all the records here still is in the championship match. If he strikes here, he's right on pace.
Right.
Confident, versatile, Norm Duke.
It's like the easiest thing in the world to do.
Well, between Walter Ray Williams Jr. and Norm Duke out here, the way they're bowling, and Pete Weber with his early run in the season, it's like there's no room for anybody. But Bryan Goebel, who is perfect through 7, has something to say about that. This is the championship match, 13th True Value Open. Bryan needs a win to qualify for the General Tire Tournament of Champions.
Now he needs 4. Donna Becker, who's president of the Lanes, is just delighted with the great scores this week. Nelson, why not?
Well, they threw a wonderful party last night, too.
There she is.
Some of the ABC right over Bryan Goebel's right shoulder with ABC, and I'm sure she's delighted to see Bryan have the first 8 and Norm Duke with all strikes in 7 out of 8 frames. This is the championship match.
For the University of Kansas graduate, Jerry Thompson of True Value is right over the shoulder on the right of your screen. He's marketing director of True Value.
I'll tell you what, he must have slipped in his approach. The guy is so strong, Chris, you won't believe it, at 5 feet 5. Just took his time. This is so hard to do. I tell you what, to be committed to a shot and then quit. We're off a little bit here, took a little bit of time. Remember, he crosses over the foul line, but it's not a foul if you don't release the ball. The one thing he has to watch about is he got oil on his bowling shoes, and he might stick on this shot. See, Chris, that's exactly what he said. Right. He has oil on my shoe. Take your time, Norm. Pay the $100 fine for 25 seconds. He can still win the match. We're all talking about Bryan Goebel with 9 in a row, a possible 200,000. Norm Duke can strike out for 280 and actually force Goebel to strike. Match is far from over, but Duke has to keep striking.
Both heels off the approach before he starts. Just incredible. 23-pound champion.
Well, he's an action player. Norm Duke is like a gunslinger in the old days. He'll walk into a bowling lanes, and his saying is, if you got the money, I got the time, and he can prove it. Right now, he's proven it in the championship match. He can still win despite 9 in a row by Bryan Goebel. Well, we had Mike Albee and David Ozio in Wichita last year with the all-time record championship match, 300 to 279. These two players can eclipse that if they both continue to strike. The final could be 300 to 280, but it's not over. Duke's still in it.
And Karen will be married January 2nd. Knows about his tenacity. Eating it up. He loves it.
Chris, this ball forces the hand of Bryan Goebel to win the tournament. Almost forget about the $200,000 for a perfect game. If he does that, obviously he wins the tournament. But if Duke strikes, he forces Goebel to strike on his first shot.
280. One spare, 280. They talk about pressure on Olympians like Nancy Kerrigan.
Chris, I've never seen a bigger shot in my 20 years sitting next to you. This man needs to throw a strike to win a tournament in 3 for $200,000. Here we go. He secured $43,000 with that shot. The next two shots, if they're strikes, make it $243,000.
Okay. Yes. One more. Just one. O-N-E. 33 years, Mo. And this is the match. They're standing, they're hugging, 296 to 280, 670 or 576. Wow. So it's 43,000. We'll talk to him in a moment. Yeah.